surfing every once in a while. You never know.
to welcome you all to the 120th graduation ceremony of Belle Plaine High School. As educators, we take great pride in all of your accomplishments. And for the class of 2025, there are many to celebrate. As we reflect on the journey that brought you to this moment, we are filled with pride for your achievements in the area of academics, the arts, athletics, and various activities. Today, 124 students are graduating, each with their own story of hard work, resilience, and success. You've supported one another on courts, fields, and stages, and your leadership has been a daily presence in our hallways. Be proud. You've earned it. This past Wednesday, you walked the halls of Chatfield, Oak Crest, and the junior senior high. One final time cheered on by your classmates and teachers. That walk served as a beautiful reminder of the village, the community that has supported you over the years. As your principal and mom for some, I've had the privilege of witnessing your growth, not only as students, but as people. I've seen you encourage each other, stand up for what you believe in, and find your voices. This school has been your village throughout these formative years, and in return, you have shaped it in ways that will be felt long after today. But remember, your village doesn't end here. As you move forward to college, to careers, the military, the workforce, or other adventures, continue to seek out your village. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, remind you of your values, and stand by you through life's challenges. And just as importantly, be that village for someone else. The future is waiting, but you don't have to face it alone. The strength of your roots, the people who helped you reach this moment, will always be with you. So today, as we celebrate your achievements, we also honor the village that raised you, supported you, and believed in you every step of the way. To the class of 2025, we are so proud of you. Take what you've learned over the past 13 years, carry it forward, and leave your mark on the world. We know you will do great things. Let's do a big round of applause for the class of 2025. From our high school concert choir titled You Will Be Found by Matt Kopp, directed by Mrs. Allison Vandermark. my pleasure to introduce our opening student speaker, Sophia Gave.
Good evening, friends, family, faculty, and of course, my fellow graduates. The class of 2025 truly is something special, and clearly you all think so too, since you chose to give up your time to come celebrate the many accomplishments of this extraordinary class. My name is Sophia Gave, and I'm honored to get to share a part of this special day with you all. Now, I know what you're all thinking. Why, out of all people, am I up on this stage giving this speech today? For those of you who don't know me, I switched schools my sophomore year of high school. So what right do I have to speak at graduation? And it's true, I didn't get to go to Wolfridge, or participate in the 6th grade talent show, or witness the infamous Oak singing charts. And although my time at Belle Plaine has been shorter than yours, I'm endlessly grateful for the opportunities and experiences it has provided me with. Switching schools was honestly the scariest thing I faced in my lifetime, and yet I've never regretted my choice. That's because this school has gifted me with so much more than an education. I've made friendships, life-lasting memories, and countless experiences, all of which have made me into the person I am today. That's why I keep coming back. That's why I choose to make a 20-minute commute each day. That's 16,000 miles, or $2,184 in gas over 3 years, seems like a small price to pay for everything I've given. Looking around this room fills me with tremendous pride in this community. Throughout my time at Belle Plaine High, I've learned the importance in community. Growing up, I was sure that I was destined to be a big city girl. At times, I often felt suffocated by the small town I lived in, and I dreamed of the day that I could finally escape. Well, after years of daydreaming, that day is almost here. In a few short months, I, as well as many of my peers, will be packing up my things to pursue a higher education. For myself, that means trading small town life for the big city promotion in Minneapolis. And as I said, I've counted down the days to this exact moment for years. And although I could once hardly wait to be on my own, now that day is almost here, I'm sorry that it is. And I really wish that it wasn't. As I stand in front of my classmates, I have come to realize that I'm not ready to part with you all. And it saddens me to think that our journey is approaching its end. To be completely honest, this moment still feels far from real. Maybe I'm just in denial, but I seriously can't wrap my head around the fact that in a few short minutes, I'll no longer be a high school student. Which is ironic, because as a kid, I couldn't wait to grow up. When I was younger, nothing seemed more exciting than getting to be a big kid. It wasn't fair. The big kids got to do all of the cool stuff. I thought that being a big kid meant staying up past my bedtime, getting to watch TV whenever I wanted, and if I was feeling rebellious enough, having dessert before dinner. Now, I would like nothing more than to be a kid again, even if it were just for one more day. Reflecting on my childhood leads me to wonder if I'll one day miss the era of my life I'm in right now. Just as I wish I could be a kid again, will there ever come a day where I wish I could be 17? Will I look back to this exact moment years from now and wish that I savored it for longer? I don't want to wonder. I don't want to see myself as an old lady on a rocking chair wishing that I could relive my glory days. I've wasted so much time wishing I could have done something differently or imagining a better scenario in my mind. And staying so stuck on the past has caused me to miss out on precious moments in the present. Moments that my old lady self will one day come to regret not being a part of. So my advice to you all is to live life to the fullest. Be spontaneous and adventurous, and most of all, don't stay so stuck on the past or focus on the future that it causes you to miss out on moments in the present. Speaking of the past, as a kid, we often got asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? Now, I don't know about you guys, but my answer was constantly changing. One day I wanted to be a photographer, while the next I decided I would rather be a veterinarian or an author. Back then it was a fun question, but it didn't really mean anything. Well, after years of neglecting my future, I'm afraid that the dreaded question has returned. As I said, as a kid with an overactive imagination, there didn't seem to be enough jobs in the world for me. I'm pretty sure in kindergarten I was busy devising a plan to somehow be an astronaut, surgeon, teacher, and of course a mermaid at the same time. Although I probably disappointed my younger self by giving up on my mermaid dreams, let this remind you that it's okay for your plans to change. If we all stuck with the first dream that popped into our head, our world would be overflowing with superheroes and princesses. As you evolve, so will your dreams and aspirations. And as you continue on your journey, remember that change is good. Don't be discouraged if your plans change along the way. For those of you who are like me and prefer to be in control of everything, defeat seems crushing. And as unfortunate as it sounds, not everything in life is going to go your way. Remember spending all that money on coffee from Riverview when I could have put it in a college fund was probably a mistake. Not studying for that biology final first semester was also a mistake, but I'm standing up here to tell the tale, which means it couldn't have been that bad. Thank you, parents, for teaching us how to grow from our mistakes, and thank you, teachers, for providing us with an outlet to learn and evolve from our mistakes. Okay, so what's next? In a few short minutes, I'll be done speaking. We will all take our turn walking onto the stage to receive our diploma. A simple piece of paper that's somehow supposed to represent all of the blood, sweat, and tears that we've sacrificed over the past years. But what about after that? The future is full of uncertainty, and the truth is, I can't assure you that the friendships you've made here will withstand the distance and the years apart. I can't assure you that your dreams are going to come easy for you. There is beauty in the uncertainty that lies ahead. If you take away anything from this speech, let it be that life is what you make of it. There are many things in life that are simply out of your control, but your attitude isn't one of those. Speaking from experience, life is better when you choose to be happy. At the end of the day, it's a choice. It's a choice you make by waking up every day and choosing to have a good day, which I know is often a lot easier said than done. A wise soul, and one that I'm sure all of my fellow graduates will recognize, once said, "Have the best day possible," which I think is a perfect sentiment for me to conclude my speech. I truly hope that the rest of your days are the best they could possibly be. Remember that it's a choice to be optimistic and a choice that you thank yourself for. Because if you say yes to the world will start to say yes back. If you don't believe me, take it from Stephen Colbert, where he said, "You're about to start the greatest improvisation of all, with no script. No idea what's going to happen, often with people and places you've never seen before, and you are not in control. So say yes, and if you're lucky enough, you'll find people who will say yes back." Thank you.
Thank you for that message, Sophia. We will now hear a selection from our concert band titled Home by Michael Brown, directed by Mr. Ryan Cleveland.
evening. Board Chair Kale, members of the Belle Plaine Public Schools School Board. I formally certify that the students seated before us have met all of the requirements set forth by the state of Minnesota and the Belle Plaine School Board. Therefore, they hereby are all eligible to receive their high school diplomas. Congratulations, class.
Thank you, Dr. Lauder. I invite our ushers to come forward at this time. School Board Chair Terry Gale and School Board Clerk Tanya Smith will be presenting the diplomas this evening with Superintendent Dr. Ryan Lauder. I would ask you to please hold your applause until all diplomas have been received.
Brian Acosta Pacheco. Alochi Akad. Jocelyn Baltieres. Maggie Blomgren. Katie Borison. Veda Borison. Keith Buckle. Jack Burko. Brooke Burgermeister. Joella Bertman. Adriana Cahalan. Daniel Callahan. JC Silo. Riley Clements. Thomas Cohen. Trip Conrad. Lainey Delco. Sophia David. Ulrich Gerlin. Colton Arison. Anthony Albert. Caleb Evan. Maggie S. Mackenzie Fadden. Zachary Fahey. Chloe Feldman. Aaron Fiesel. Sadie Clayton. Jacob Fogarty. Waylon Frenchu. Gianna Gaines. Nathan Garcia. Barrett. Addison Giles. Ryder Krieger. Isaiah Grimes. Carl Gruenhagen. Tanner Gutsky. Jack Hosevich. Grant Aigner. Noah Hansen. Autumn Haverkamp. Brianna Hayes. Tristan Holbrook. Austin Holmes. Violet Holberg. Hunter Horniman. Kellen Horniman. Marcus Hurlbert. Rachel Johnson. Alyssa Jurek. Addison Kale. Basamise Kanyeka. Ben Beckley. Landry Kellum. Evan Kistner. Grayson Nava. Sophia Kushki. Lillian Leistico. Hannah Lozgat. Macy Mack. Darlene Marroquin Barrientos. Ellie Martin. Robin McCarthy. Elaine McClellan. Mitchell McConnell. Calista McGrain. Amaya Melvin. Carly Messenbrand. Hayden Moonen. Renee Murdoch. Nesta Mutunga. Pierce Nagorski. Hannah Nishi. Haley Ostrike. Nicole Peters. Jessica Peterson. Henry Posthumous. Tyler Potter. Jacob Quad. Hayden Riga. Israel Real.
I love you, baby!
Alexis Sadaka. Jordan Santos. James Schmidt. Jesse Schmidt. Connor Shuren. Alyssa Schumacher. Adeline Selbrey. Alexandra Selnau. Caroline Service. Annabelle Shaughnessy. Cody Shepro. Ruby Shute. Blake Simon. Kyla Spivacek. McKenna Slate. Logan Snippen. Joshua Sparby. Lydia Sparby. Adriana Siga. Rebecca Steinke. Isabel Steer. Kayla Strike. Taylor Suman. Tyler Suman. Drake Server. Nolan Swenson. Nicholas Thorlson. Caitlin Tice. Theodore Traxler. David Trujillo. Isabel Tuchtenhagen. Carson Unz. Wyatt Boston. Casey Wagner. Julia Walter. Olivia Walter. Thomas Wyland. Stephanie White. Abigail Williams.
That's my sister!
Joshua Williams. Benjamin Young.
Let's give a big round of applause to the We will now hear from our closing speaker, Lydia Sardi.
Good evening, Tigers, and welcome fellow graduates, family, friends, and teachers who have all helped us get to this moment. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Lydia Sparky, and I'm a proud member of the 2025 graduating class, but better known as the principal's kid. Now, although my mom doesn't let me in on the teacher promo and refuses to tell me why certain students stay called to the office, something about confidentiality, blah, blah, blah. But in all seriousness, being the principal's daughter has taught me some pretty valuable lessons. For example, being volunteered, or maybe more like voluntold to do the morning announcements every Monday definitely helps my public speaking skills. Experiences like that, along with many others, have helped shape who I am today and have afforded this opportunity to share some turning points. The first lesson I've learned is to always be kind. Now, I know our grade hasn't always had the best reputation for kindness. We all attended the kindness retreat in 4th grade, and additionally had to sit through multiple lectures about how to be kinder in middle school. But I can confidently say that eventually we all grew up and got the hang of it. I realized that sometimes a small wave, a smile, or a simple hi is all it takes to make a connection. These acts, small as they may seem, are what have formed our connections and built up the strong community we have become. And if each of us carries that kindness into our futures, I know we'll build lasting friendships wherever we go. The second lesson I've learned is to work hard, even when no one is watching. None of us would be here without the support from our families, the guidance of teachers, and our own hard work. Whether it was navigating distance learning from Zoom during COVID, or staying awake to study for a big test, we are all here as a result of our work ethic and dedication. I have found that working hard is not just about getting an A. It's about discovering what you're truly capable of, which will certainly be useful regardless of the pathways we take. The final lesson I think we all need to remember is that everyone has a story. Many of us have known each other since kindergarten, before we could tie our own shoes. We've grown up together from the apprehension of stepping into elementary school to graduating 6th grade, getting our braces off, passing our driver's tests, right up to this very moment. Every one of us has experienced different challenges, achieved different accomplishments, and enjoyed through many different circumstances. Whether you're the starting point on the basketball team or a reserve player, the lead in our fall musical, or a part of the tech crew, to just a fan in the stands, understanding and embracing that everyone has their own story helps us to become more understanding and appreciative of everyone's right around. And taking that mindset into the future can help everyone be more compassionate and empathetic for one another than it's needed most. As we stand here today, excited to start this new chapter, I hope we can carry these lessons with us. Be kind, work hard, and recognize that everyone has a unique story that brought us here and carries us forward. High school may be ending, but the undeniable impact we've all made on each other, the countless memories we share, and the lessons we've learned will stay with us long after we walk out of this gym. So, the class of 2025, thank you for the laughs, the lessons, and the unforgettable first 18 years. Now it's time to see where the future goes. Congratulations, graduates. I'm proud to be one of you. And as my mother always says, be red wherever you go. Thank you.
At this time, graduates, you can move your tassel from the right side